And hello everybody, Vape here. Today we're back at it with another BladeSong. So, hey Alex, how you doing? So today we are now have made our way into Eren Keep. Have done one mission for the lovely juggler man who lost an ear, and we are off. I think today we are gonna start it off by seeing if we can help Chev to get into the city. And yeah, so that's the current goal. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Here we are. Okay, what jobs we got for today? Crows. Woman at your workshop entrance and tall and nice. Black feathers. Her head twisted around and looks like human. Oh. A human femur. Her cloak trails on the ground behind her. They just splattered crimson. Greetings to ye, Smith. I'm Amaranth, fourth sword of the bloody coat, and I seek a sword to cut down my foes like a grain in the harvest. We bloody cloaks are a merry lot. Yeah, we can find encampment in Lost City if we incline to take a brew with us. Faction reputation, mystery reward, and money. Why are you called the bloody coats? She swishes her cloak with a grin. Each recruit gets a white coat, and their first task is to turn it crimson with battle blood. If the coat is still white after the taste of combat, you're given the boot. Ah. Okay, tell me what you want. Nothing fancy, something that can split skulls, and breastplate, PS breastplates make it... Okay. One-handed, 3 mobility, okay. Beautiful. Fantastic. Here you go. Okay. We just need a regular point on this bad boy. There you go. We're going to fiddle with the width a bit. We're going to add a nice bit of tapering. We need to add a nice cross section. That's the blade more or less done. We're going to adjust the size of it. Beautiful. Okay. Call it. What should we call it? So we're making for someone who's a group of the bloody coats. What are we going to do? What do you do when your coat is dirty? You clean it. So the cleaner. And there's of course the V4 trademark. Amrith takes the fresh forged blade with a glint of violence in her eye. Oh, I can wreak some terrible havoc with this. Thank ye, Smith. Much obliged. She scratches coin across the counter and marches out. Her bloodstained cloak flatters behind her. The cleaner. So a mystery item is a horseshoe. Select. Ah. Hey Snow, isn't doing the exact opposite of clean. Yes, that's the irony. I kind of want fillers because that looks really cool on a sword. I'll do fillers. We need to get everything in a level in any case before it can progress. There's side fillers, organized mine. I want to get up there. Skilled salesman, salvaging mastery, over there, treasure hunter, and then yeah. 3 more skill points. Okay, I remember this one. So what we do is we take the okay, so that's how you learn something. You can make it thicker on one side and then mix. Okay. Where's the curve? No. General thickness lower. The regular point's more like there, isn't it? How far do I have to take it? Let's see. A regular point. Okay, cool. So it is the Stimtana, I think 4.0 now. Inspects the blade, running his thumb carefully along the edge. Much better. Good work, Smith. Let me do something really quick here. My apologies. There you go. I did a thing. Okay. Let's check in our pocket. Salvage you, get some steel back. And then do you. Woman shuffles forward, her eyes red-brimmed and haunted. The sword in her hands is clearly seen in years. Okay, my husband passed away a few days ago. This is his blade. I told him needed maintenance, and I insisted it was fine. What do you think, Smith? You couldn't chop a carrot with that thing. I thought so. Okay. Oh, come now. Sabtana 5.0. She has a sword blade with a trembling finger, tears in her eyes. Much better. Even to my untrained eye, it's clearly worth carrying before, wasn't it? Thank you, Smith. There you go. Okay, that's our day for us. End the day. Yes. Profit. Yes. Wanna go get her uncle. Citadel Square. Yes, yes we are. At the city streets eventually wind their way here, wind their way here. The grand plaza called Cathedral Square. Market stalls trace colourful maze around its perimeter above its high cathedral looms. Built into the bones of a mountain itself, the cathedral's imposing gate is carved out of sheer rock. Access is limited only to those of noble blood and their guests. Wagons fresh from the waste unload their goods. A traveller, dusty leather, sits on a barrel, regaling children with tales of the world outside. A juggler who attracts a small crowd. After a moment, you recognize Harvo, who commissioned the blade for you recently. Meet Lucas at the Fallen Doe. Lucas sits outside the Fallen Doe, deep in conversation with richly dressed men in silk barbacoa. When he sees you approach, he waves them away. How can I help you, friend? Sid tells him. Lucas listens to your tale with growing interest. When you tell him his niece is outside city walls, he sits back in shock and reaches for his drink. By the burning dead, Savannah. I haven't seen her since she was knee-high. I thought her brother and his family all perished in the Sundering. Find out my niece is alive. Not only alive, but outside the walls. What a joyous occasion. Drink with me, my friend. Pulls over waiter. What's your poison? The Ashen Star Ale is excellent, but the mead is rather good too. Let's get mead, I think, because that's honey and sweet. Lucas smiles approvingly as your drinks arrive. He raises his glass to toast. To old faces and new friends. He sets down his glass, though joy is already fading from his face. Poor Savannah. She must have endured great hardships across the waste. Getting here through the gate is no small feat. Did she mention any skills? Botany, crafting? Can she handle a sword? I don't recall. In that case, getting her in may be almost impossible. Every day the marshal grows more reluctant to issue permits. The city is already overcrowded, undersupplied. I should go visit her, make sure she's alright. Do you mind accompanying me? I'd appreciate the support and someone familiar with the camp. Of course I can accompany. Give me a day, make the arrangements. I dare not set foot into the camp like this. My current clothes portray me as a soft and wealthy merchant, I fear. Where can I steal from my forge? There's an ironmonger at the name of Quill, who used to supply the predecessor to all these steel. She's got a stall over there somewhere. Points vaguely in the direction of the market. You know what happened to... Not much. He was here one day. Oh, that was the previous smith. I tried to get a good look in everyone, but sometimes it requires magnifying glasses. Justin was one such case. He was rude and ill-tempered, though, on all accounts, an honest businessman. His wife, Elias, was a kind soul, but sadly, under the thumb of her brute of a husband, she worked as an assistant in the forge. She was went missing around the same time he did. Topic to personal matters. You know, time with wood. Near case in, I know a reliable carpenter. His name is Oscar. Last I heard, he was over in this steady stay, helping them out after some drunk cow smashed up the place. Location, the steady stay. Yes, Caswood. I extend to cast the situation. Lucas raises his glass and his lips into a thoughtful sip. Tannery owner, Perdouche is a pig. Yeah, Perdouche, that's his name now. He has a reputation of hiking up interest and extending indentures well beyond the original terms. I have some influence with him, however, a matter from years back left him in my debt. I'll visit him tomorrow and see what I can do. You'll help me, just like that. If I help you out here, perhaps you'll help me get Savannah into the city. Yes. Thank you, I won't forget this. Consider it payback for telling me about my niece. See how society works? A chain of debts and obligations and favors looping back into a single act of kindness. It's beautiful. Bid Lucas goodbye. A pleasure leaving service plight with me. For the moment, there is just someone who owes me a favor. Oh damn. Okay, let's look at the cathedral gate. Guards on the step, typical city watch. The watch who patrols the streets and the man at the wall wears battered breastplates and ragged clothes. But the man guarding the cathedral are knights, full plate, gleams in the sun, their coats with a rich red velvet. They display more plumage with an exotic bird. Their swords, to your expert eye, are of the highest quality. Blade spins hypnotically through the air as Harvo Nimblegrip delivers his patter. Ladies and gentlemen, witness the dance of death defied. One sip, one moment distraction, and your humble entertainer might lose his other ear. Watch as I add 4. Speaking of which, I spy a very smoothly forged this beauty. Everyone, by my workshop. Yeah, he tosses the blade in the air, adding it to the whirl of the silver over his head. The crowd whoops and cheers. In the artisan's quarter, yes, that's what I said. Prominent goes off without a hitch, all 4 blades twirling in mesmerizing patterns. Harvo catches them on his nose one by one, then flips them back into his belt. His upturned cap fills with coins immediately. Come back, same time tomorrow, I'm here all week. Sweet. Let me first put up a poster. You locate the public notice board near the market stall and pin your poster among the various announcements and advertisements. Few passes by glance and mild interest. 70 diplomacy, let's see. You walk beneath the awning, keeping an eye out for anyone selling steel. Diplomacy, success! Soon enough, you strike up a friendly conversation with the ironmonger in the store selling pots and pans. Her arms are covered with burn scars from some prior accident at the furnace. I heard someone move into Tristan's old forge. How's it keep treating you? Lying asleep without keeping one eye open. Even inside the walls, you should keep on your toes, or someone else might vanish like Tristan did. What happened to? Ironmonger lowers her voice. Rumor is he got sent to the far mines for murdering his wife. Could explain why she went missing alongside him, but no one's sure. Wouldn't surprise me if that was true. Old Tristan had a temper. His black moods would end up with black eyes for poor. Can I buy steel going forward? Huzzah! Well, of course, it's my trade. I did the same for Tristan when he was around. I can tell you more pleasant deals with. New vendor unlocked. Quill. Sure, why not? You are now well fed. What does well fed do? No idea. Your ration token buys you a blackened sausage with a chunk of coarse bread. The vendor doesn't volunteer what went into the sausage, and you don't ask. The wagons are spiked wheels and armored plates, drawn by jet black horses of monstrous size. Each bears the same emblem, an armored fist clutching bristles of golden meat. Porters in brown uniform unload the wagons, stacking crates before the citadel gates. Stern-faced guards watch over proceedings, crossbow cradled in their arms. Chat with the porter. One of the porters set down his crate, wiping sweat off his brow. After light and heavy lifting, his arms are like tree trunks, but he has kind eyes. Can't talk long, lots of work before sunset. Any ideas where Tristan... really no, he must probably murderized his wife, not nice. What's in the boxes? Ore from the far mine, but I handle goods from across what's left of the realm. Haythan tallow, ore line silks, salt from the Caravan coast. But there's still trade out there for those with the courage to seek it. What are the far mines? Well, they're mines, and they're far away. Understandable. He sorts his own wit. He gazes at him in silence until he elaborates. If you were standing to the North City wall, you'd see the Iron Teeth peaks in the horizon. That's where the mines bless our city with their bounty. Truly, the wisdom of the Masked King is beyond compare. Who does Eren Keep trade with? Smalls, but mostly warlords and nomads, but a few other outposts have survived the long dusk. Little islands of sanctuary floating atop the vast mystery of this devoured world. I'll let you get back to work. Much to do, much to do. Porter gets back to pulling crates from the back of the wagon, humming tunelessly. The sun is slipping below the horizon, curfew dawns near. The city watch swings their bells and shouts citizens to make their way home. Evening air grows chill, and the warmth of your home beckons down steep and winding streets you go, leaving a bustle of the Cardinal Square behind. Ah. Okay. More crows. If these expensive silks didn't give away the customer's wealth, his plump belly would. The denizens of Eren Keep might not face daily famine as the applicants do, but they do not eat rich enough to put fat on their frames. Greetings, good smith. I am need of a fine sword to wear at my hip, something that benefits my station, or befits my station. Sure. Half and half. Okay. Narrow point, 2 unique pins. So what are the... Oh. Okay. Well, let's get this going. So this is a long sword then. How's 100 centimeters long? Because that bar can go a lot higher, but that's fine. I'm guessing I'd have to add another. No. Hair. Hand and half. What Dungeons and Dragons call a bar steward sword. Interesting. Beautiful. Let's see, the base is a width of about 4 centimeters. The tip is about... Yeah. Okay. I like that. Okay, that's good. We need to add a... Oh, we can do fillers now. Yeah! Beautiful. Fantastic looking. Now we just need to add, of course, cross section. Hell yeah. What do pins go? Wait, it says 2 unique pins. At least given amount of unique pins to your sword. No, I mean, if I put another one of these, it won't count. Yeah. I'll do this one then, I guess. Okay, half and half. So I need to do a... No. Craft the hilt of medium length for both one-handed and two-handed use. Use a longer or 2 shorter grip parts to achieve this. There you go. Shrink that down a bit. Peens, my inner child is snickering at that. I know, I'm just trying to do our best not to think too much about it. Okay, silver and leather. We will... I think like a black structured leather would be good. Where's the pommels? Pommel. Where the hell do I get more silver? One sec. Navigating your way through the heart of Eren Keep, you arrive at the Central Plaza where traders hawk their wares. Even during the day, the mountain of the High Cardinal throws everything into shadow, but her usual stall stands. Oh, hello, Smith. Good to see you again. Survey her wares. She does not cheat. Where am I supposed to get silver? Okay. That's fine. Goodbye. Good day, Scrap Peddler. You're the only one that I can get silver from, weirdly enough. Thank you. Goodbye, donkey. Thank you for telling me good business. Yeah, there you go. Ah, everything has been made, yes. Beautiful. Noble 1.5 sword. Plump man smiles. Content seal that draws his sword parlay. Steel glimmers. A fine blade indeed. Perhaps I may recommend your services to my friend. Thank you. Please get me in. The noble 1.5 sword. Wow, thanks. An avocado. Thanks. Okay, we can do that one, or what do you wood? Okay. Woman enters your forge, dark circles under her eyes. She keeps her hand on a small purse at her hip. I need something small, lightweight, easy for me to maneuver. My husband spends his nights rotting at the tavern, so I'm just me and my children at home most time. I need a blade. Someone needs to keep my family safe. On it, madame. Oh, so maneuverability is nothing, just sharpness. Okay. Taper with width. Two bits of leather, easy peasy, one-handed. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so she's protecting her kids. Okay. Beautiful. The man of the house. Her blade, she slides it carefully into her market basket beneath a cloth. Good, I'll sleep better tonight. She counts out coins with careful precision, leaves without a word. The man of the house. Okay, so today, out of skill points, end the day. 200. Oh, beautiful. We will go to the carpenter. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's try and get Sev in, or Shay in as fast as possible. Citadel Square is beating at the heart of Eren Keep. Market stalls with colorful maze. Oh wait, this says everything we've already read over before. We can sit outside the fallen doe, deep in conversation with richly dressed. Oh yeah, but yeah, same thing. You again. Bring word of my niece. Ready to head to the camp? Aye, I'm ready. Tried as usual finery, simple peasant clothes. Let's go. You look too clean. Perhaps I can smear some mud on my face once we're past the outer gates. He stands from his table, knocking. Okay. It's his last drink and gesturing you to follow. Follow him. Never thought I'd be here again. Outside the walls of Eren Keep, desperate souls gather in makeshift tents pleading for entry. Now you've gained residency in the city. Visiting this place brings back the onslaught of painful memories. Lucas steps delicately through the churned mud and paddled sewage, staring at in pure horror. The applicant's gaze resentfully back, their eyes as hollow and sunken face. Wow. He may be dressed shabbily, but he's clearly an outsider. He has meat on his bones. Okay, it's been a while. Damn, negative. The coldest I've ever been in is -4. And it's snowing on top of it. Wow. Snow, take it back. Snow. I had no idea it was like this. Any one of these people would skin you alive for a life in low. That even called. Really? It's worse than I've ever imagined. Ah. Good lord. Wait, so positive 32 Fahrenheit is 0 degrees Celsius. Huh. I'm not even going to, like, how much is that in Celsius? Like, I don't know. That seems cold. The man falls silent. You pick your way between the ragged tents until you finally reach Savannah's. She's crouched outside her tent, gnawing at a chicken bone. Similar. Okay. Get her attention. She glances up, her mouth turns into a perfect O of a shock. When she sees Lucas, she rushes him, enveloping him in a fierce hug. -40 C and -40 are the same. Really? That's okay. What even is Celsius? Oh, it's real. You both did the exact same message. Lol. She glances up in her mouth. She rushes him in a fierce hug. Sev, I can't believe it. You're really here. Uncle, you came. By the burning dead, your skin and bone, girl. Here, take this. Lucas has brought as much food as he could spare from his weekly rations. A loaf of dark bread, 3 withered apples, and a chunk of salted meat wrapped in cloth. Shev attacks it with gusto, tearing into the bread like a ravenous wolf. Fahrenheit is goopty goo scale, yeah. C is the wrong units to use. No, but it makes sense. 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling. Like, you know, it's 32 is freezing. What's a boiling temperature in Fahrenheit? Freedom units, yeah. Good to see you too. Hide that food. Good. You weren't lying. She actually, yeah. I can't believe my little niece have traveled all this way and survived so many hearts. Thank you very much. Find her. I thought. Thank me with coin, not with. No, that's rude. I don't know how to thank you enough, Smith. I'll be forever grateful. Here, Uncle. Sit down. We have so much to talk about. Sit with them. You sit, and Chev and Lucas, a long time. Two of them catch up. They avoid discussing the stories of their survival since the Sundering, Zev's harrowing journey across the wasteland, Luke's counter rise with Ern's society. Instead, they stick to old family accolades, comforting in sweet bitterness, bittersweet. And you were excited from the puppy show. You were sick right down. Oh, your father laughed until he cried. What? Sam was laughing and cried too, wiping away tears as she relives the memories. Those were better days. I miss the world we used to have. Aye, lass. So does everyone. I wish we could chat all day, but we're going to need to head back soon, after it gets dark. Our next step, Savannah, is to get you safely in Eren Keep. Every day you're out here, risk. How do you propose we do that? Have you tried BG3 yet? Baldur's Gate 3. Remember, we did it a while back. I just haven't finished. I need to just get some time, sit down. I just need to figure out how everything works, and then I'll do a proper stream on it, all that jazz, because it's been a lot of time just figuring out what the hell are you, what is that, and what is that thing. So yeah. But I'm gonna actually, I've a lot of cool games. Actually, I'm gonna start writing in my book. Like, I have all this book space, and I'm not writing in it. Okay. So. Second, I find a free page, because you know when you get a book, right, that's all yours, and you don't ever have to show it to anybody, so you try to keep it kind of neat for yourself, but like it ends up all scraggly for some bizarre reason. Okay, so there are, yeah, if you have any questions, just ask. I shall be popping with the Discords and all that jazz. So, Baldur's Gate 3 is on that list. We have a new game that the mother procured for me. It was called Elder God. And then there is Table Battle Wholesome. Of course, BladeSong. I'm going to be doing some Grounded after this one. Grounded 2. This is a nice new update. Luckily enough, I live in the warm part of the country. Oh, that's nice. Tomorrow we're going down to 30. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's the warm part. That's scary. So what happened? Why is there a huge snowstorm all of a sudden? If you want, maybe we can set up a time where you can... Maybe I'll actually like that. I'll see, we'll coordinate and all that jazz. Okay, there's 5 games currently on the list. Okay. Let's keep that in mind. Okay, yes, how do you propose we do that? When I'm back at Ern, I'll call all my favors as I can. I know the marshal's been clamping down hard on permits recently, but perhaps I can pull off a miracle. Is there anything I can do to help? Sev, is there anything you need? Actually, yes. Until my uncle's busy calling in favors, could you make me a sword? Anything lightweight, small, but sharp? With her eyes scanning the dark shapes and tents around her. I can't pay, but I'd appreciate it. I'm starting to worry about this rusty bread knife under my pillow isn't enough. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making you a sword for free. I'll pay you in time, Smith. Warm air from the Gulf of Mexico crashes into the cold Arctic air from... Oh, I'm sorry. Is it true? I heard a thing. If you go on Google Maps, right? If you're in America, if you have to go check the Gulf of Mexico, apparently it says the Gulf of America. I'm not too sure if that's true or not, but everywhere else in the world is called the Gulf of Mexico, so I'm actually curious if that's actually a thing. I remember hearing something like that. I also want to object if you brought me some food, Smith. Once in a while, food and a pleasant company are both scarce supply out here. Sure, it's getting dark. We have to go. Stay safe, Seven. Yes. Smiles after as, yeah, tingles and bitterness or sorrow. Now she smiles genuinely, sun bursting through the clouds. I will, uncle. Thanks for everything. The two embrace somewhat awkwardly, and then you accompany Lucas as he makes his way back to the city. The hollow stairs and the applicants follow you in the way. Okay. Wait, why can't I make her a sword? It says Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America when I look right now. Okay. I like that. Can confirm my Google Maps says Gulf of California. Hey Chuck, how you doing? Where's... Okay, well let's do more of these crows things. A crow pushes through the door backwards, dragging a heavy sack across your wretched floor. Half her scalp is scarred. What the hell? Running with the long blade, thin and quick, fast enough to slice the wings off a fly. Okay, I'm not gonna ask questions. Really? Wow. Gulf of America is more accurate. I mean, it's North America and South America. Kind of. Yeah, it's not like if it was the Gulf of the US, that would be weird. I am making a funny looking two-handed rapier. How much can we bend the sword? Okay, why is this increasing the speed? No way. I never said anything about it being a straight blade. Yeah, let's just stay away from that. Just, yeah, I'm sorry, I was just laughing my ass off here. Oh, thank you, Alex. Oh, what the hell is this thing? Nope, it's a raindrop, that's what it is. Oh. What the hell is this thing? Now I want to actually see if I can actually make this into a fish hook. Let's see if I can manage that. Okay. Now let me add another curvature. Yeah. Holy. I need to sharpen this thing as well. What is this store? I am so confused. Yeah. Beautiful. Yes. Like, look at how little... Like, that is all the leeway you have. Can I lengthen the sword at all? Will that let me? I know, it's lengthening off the wrong side. But it's fine. There you go. Beautiful. Call it the fish hook. What do you mean it's not sharp? Maybe it's... Wait, if I increase the width a bit. Narrow point, okay, wait. Hell yeah! You call it death trap. Nah, I like fish hook. The fish hook runs a thumb along the blade's edge. Which edge? This'll do. I'll be off. Good luck, yeah. Luck is for fools to play God. Oh no. Tannery horrific stench. Oh yeah, but that's fine. Is leaning back on his desk, feet up, cloth napkin placed carefully over his eyes as he snoozes. Linda, he sighs and lifts one napkin. Hold on. Again, what do you want? Luke is speaking about Colin's death. He scowls as he's hoping you'd forget to mention Lucas at all. He came this morning, but I don't know why he's calling a favor for this, of all things. So you're willing to release? No, it's asking too much, even for Lucas. Was legend drawing a maker's show of flipping through the running fingers through the columns of figures. That is substantial. 10 more years. Yeah, I know, you've said this already. Out of respect for us, I could. Grimaces through physical agony. I reduced the settlement amount instead of 2,000, mere 300 for his immediate release. Fine, dude, you better be worth it. Tanner's eyes follow your hands as you count up $300 onto his desk, each click eases the tension of his fleshy face. Let it never to be said that the man of my word, Caswin indenture is terminated, effective immediately. Please give my regards to Lucas next time you see him. Tell him we're even. Caswin doesn't notice you approach at first. He's focused on entirely on scraping hides stretched across the wooden frame. His face, shoulders hunch in concentration. The muscles on his forearms flex for each practice stroke in his curved knife. You approach, sets down his tool, and wipes his stained hands on his apron. Well met, Smith. Sorry for the smell. There's anything you need. Paid off your debt. You're free. Guessman says to you, uncomprehending. He glances towards the office building and then back at you. I don't. There must be some mistake. My indenture is 10 more years. Around you, others workers pause their task, watching exchange of guarded interest. You're serious, aren't you? How much? How much did you pay? 300. I'm going to be honest. That's not too much money. Thank you, Smith, from the bottom of my heart. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Space my forge if you want. Nods mechanically, still processing. When the reality sinks in, he stands straighter. Flush, the color returns to his shallow cheeks. Whatever skill I have is yours. You'll see me tomorrow. Newfound purpose. He tucks his skinning knife into his waistband and goes to wash himself, clean tannery stench. Let's see if I can. Supervisor leads you to a bloody hide stretched over. Oh yeah. Failure. Okay, it's fine. Hand it back. Hurry back. Alright, but now I'm like exhausted now. Opens shop and there's a knock on your door. Stands before you, a broad smile on his face. Hello, Smith. I'm here for assistant job if you still want me. Didn't go through all the trouble to leave you to starve. Gestures to him to inside. Step into your forge, looking around the appealing gaze. Like what you see. Reminds me of home. Press his fingertips over a rack of tools, lingering a moment on each. It's been a while since I've set foot in a forge. Welcome to the shop. Thank you, Smith. You won't regret this. Grabs a broom and begins sweeping yesterday's ashes. And before I forget, if you want to buy leathers, don't go to the tanner. I will get you better prices if you go to the huntress. Her rates are cheaper and I can tan the hides she sells. Sweet. Sounds worthwhile. I'll pay a visit. Hey look, he's down at the bottom. Wait, so can I get him to do a bladesmithing for me? Casman is usually in a flurry of activity, sweeping, shoveling coals, pumping the bellows, and for once they catch a moment of respite. Thanks again for pulling me out of the tannery. Questions about Eren Keep? I can answer the best I can. He wipes the sweat off his grimy brows and awaits your next words. Are the people really loyal to the Masked King? Depends on what you say by loyal. Most folks in Eren Keep are grateful to be inside these walls. Everyone knows the Masked King keeps us safe. Without him, we'd be fodder for the cows. And then there is the other side of the coin, isn't there? Terror. People fear what could happen if they aren't loyal. How about Hausenberg League? Face darkened instantly. His shoulders tense as his hands curl into fists, and he sighs before continuously relaxing them. Well, you probably guess how I feel about them. Seeing as they kept me in the tannery for little more than a slave for the past 5 years. Damn. Their emblem is armored fist clutching wheat. Oh, the wheat represents prosperity, and the fist speaks for itself. Break the contract with the League, and they'll break you. Simple as that. The Marshal looks the other way. The Masked King too. Maybe they're in the League, in the League's pocket, or maybe they just need the League to bring in. What the League brings in. Either way, there's no justice can be found when the Hausenberg League decides you belong to them. What do you know about the Marshal? He's the Masked King's right hand. He commands the city's watch and oversees law and justice, but the Marshal looked like a lady in the pictures. Masked King doesn't give speeches. The Marshal makes up for that. He gives a lot of speeches. However, there's a parade. He's on one podium declaring the new law or tax. Anyways, on our own, of course. Okay. Takes a sip of tea. His burly shoulders raise and fall with a quiet sigh. You got some personal questions. Well, if you must. What are you always scribbling in your journal? Oh, this. Casey blesses bright crimson, holding the leather journal and thanks. Well, sorry, if you think it's interfering with work, I can stop. No, I'm just curious. That's all. Oh well. He opens the journal and thrusts it, filled with tiny, cramped handwritings that appears to be written in some kind of indecipherable shorthand. It's my commonplace workbook. Book. This is where I jot down all my thoughts, the things I've learned, notable events and quotes, little poetry, sure. My mind is just a jumble. If I write things down, it helps bring me peace to the chaos. Not anyone can read my nonsense. You're a surprisingly intelligent fellow. Tuckles looked down at his brawny tan and stained pants or hands. Nice of you to say that, but intelligent men don't end up working off debts in a tannery. How did you? Yeah, I'm actually curious. My brother Elam was crippled and the discordant war who stung him to service on a crusade. He's forced match for days. Oh, no food, no sleep. The hosts were don't understand human needs, you know. He wasn't wearing the right kinds of shoes. His feet were shredded from the endless miles. He got infected. When he couldn't walk anymore, the crusade just marched on, left him on the side of it to die. The song trance had finally worn off by the time I found him, and he begged for death. How horrible. Yeah, war changes people, makes men into monsters and martyrs. We're rarely anything in between. In any case, Alma never walked again. In Eren Keep, we found a healer who claimed they can restore the use of his legs. Expensive. What choice did I have? I had always looked after me. It was my turn in to return favor. You want the payment up front? A lot of coin. A lot. I should have known something was wrong. She took the money and vanished. I didn't. Not long after. I was left with no brother, no money, and a mountain of debt. A harrowing tale. Yep. How many uplifting tales remain in the world without songs? He studies his hands, permanently darkened by tannins. His eyes are haunted, and his gaze pointed deep into the past. Then, with a sigh, he straightens his back and rolls his shoulders. You hear a creak and crackle of his bones. I should get back to work. Okay, let's get back to work, of course. Okay. I'm still a bit confused. Shiv asked me, or Shiv, I don't know how to say her name. She asked me to make her a sword, so I wanted to make her a sword, but there's no sword for me to make. Okay, I did not read what she wanted. Impact length, one-handed, broad point. Okay. Impact, we'll leave there. Tape with width. Really, wood is an issue. That's fine. Okay. Just basic sword. This is just literally a very basic sword. See what abomination we can make now. Okay. Gonna make abominations for these people. So that's what we got, right? Meets all the requirements. Now what can we do? We can do this, right? Add curvature, add curvature, add curvature, add curvature. Okay. I need to kind of split this roughly into 4. Just bend that one there. Yeah. Make a blade boomerang. Yeah! Actually, yeah, why not? I was gonna do like 4 curves, like whoop-de 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 whoop. Okay, well, let's see if that works. We'll maybe do that bladed boomerang for another time. Be like various lengths. And to make it sure that this sword can't go in any sheath, I'm gonna make this one like really, really bend. Now, how much percentage do you think we have to get this thing to? Damn, it hangs to the right. I like that. We're at 1,000%. That's 100. 200. I need to talk to the carpenter next. My wood is running very low. Beautiful. Okay, good luck, okay. Beautiful. Look at it. It's fabulous. Oh my. Oh no. As the blade's edge with her teeth gnawing at the metal tastes nice and sharp. Yes. That's a gardening term. Shh, don't tell her that. Get back to the ruins then. Dead won't rob themselves. Hangs to the right. Oh. What is this? I'm severely baffled by what I've constructed. Do I have enough? Is 8 wood enough to me? Two-handed. I should be able to do that. Let me just get the handle on, because depending on what 7 shit. But if I put leather on, I am 1 short. No way. No way. Okay, I just shrunk that one by a little bit. Still considered two-handed. Just enough wood. Got it. Oh. Beautiful. Change width now. I want to just taper with width. Okay, let's add cross section. Okay, now let's change thickness, but like there you go. It's beautiful. How was it? What even is this? It's beautiful. It's the like it's thicker than it is wide. So what are we gonna call it? Like what is the like, you know, a sword is wider than it is thick. Now what would you be the opposite of that? Like what would you call that? Is the sword spelled backwards? Like, what is this? I'll just do sword backwards. So, sword, D-R-O-W-S. The dross. The drowse. It's not sharp. My ass is not sharp. Fine. Wait, no. Undo. Add width. If we add width. The drow is a dark elf. Ah, sweet. So there's just sword spelled backward. Yeah, seriously, what is this thing? What is this monstrosity? Blade is not sharp and requirements are not met. That's a lie. Fine. Fine. It just looks like a regular sword now. It's like, where's the fun in that? Increase your finesse by... Ah, these also increase skills. There is a real sword that's basically square and has no edge. I think that's just like a metal beating stick, if I dare say. Yeah. Fancy place. The Steady Stay. The Steady Stay is one of Ernest's most refined inns, where scented candles tinge the air with jasmine and every surface is sparkling clean. The stout man stands before the bar, or behind the bar. Name escapes me now, but that was like armor-piercing sword, really. Huh. Intriguing. Tell me if you find the name. That sounds quite interesting. The beating rhythm of the hammer echoes across the restaurant as the carpenter replaces floorboards, supervised by a young woman with a stern expression and an eye patch. The inn is mostly empty. Who could count on patrons on one hand? Welcome to the Steady Stay. We offer clean rooms, good food, and drinks to the savoring. Rassi stops fussing over there and greets our guests properly. The innkeeper has a strong accent, you can't quite place. The lurtening rhythm reminds you of Orlin and the oh. I'm not fussing, father. The carpenter needs help. Don't worry about me. Is the carpenter here? Of course, but first we need to sit and eat. Only used for thrusting. Yeah, I figured. If it's like mostly square, I feel like that's only you could really do with it. Unless you want to like beat people, like you could use it for armor as well. You just kind of like smack them like a warhammer. Put that scowl away and show your guest a smile. This is an inn, not a funeral home. The woman with an eye patch size, tense, evident in every line of her body. In the distance, a bell tolls, and the hour-woman gaze falls upon you. The seventh chime hangs in the air. Her eye widens in shock and awe recognition. Then, so quickly like nothing ever happened, she adopted a neutral mask. Greetings. Wait, is this the thing? The god? Apologies for my father broke your eardrums. Business has been slow recently. He is excited to see a new face. Sorry to hear that. You must not tell them these things. Remember what I taught you. A merchant who cries poverty sells no wares. Our customers think we're thriving. Our customers have eyes, father. They can see empty tables. She turns back with a smile. Her accent is much less pronounced than her father's. What can we do for you? Food, board, or both? Recommend the meat and mushroom pie. My brother Connie bakes the best pies in Eren Keep. Yes, I'll take a slice. I'll get that for you. 10 minutes later, you're wolfing down a slice of pie with a generous helping of mashed parsnip and cooked to perfection. When you're finished, you have pleasantly full belly and a newfound appreciation for a humble parsnip. You lay some coin on the table and money well spent. Enjoy. Okay. Carter is having down floorboards in the corner of the restaurant, and as soon as you approach, he glances up, wiping sweat off his brow. What is it? I need supply of wood. Can you help? The commander looks you over. Supply Tencent. I did. A good man, reliable, doesn't sit right with me. You taking me to forwards like this. What if he comes back? I'm going to find out what happened to him. Well, I'm curious myself. Sad state of affairs when a man can vanish like that with no trace and no one to say a word. He puts it into the palm of his prophecy if handshake. Shake his hand. A new vendor's available. Oscar. What do you think Old Smith went missing? I don't like to speculate on such matters. Old Tennyson was likely struck in the nose where he didn't belong. Okay. Intriguing. Man behind the bar stout as a barrel and about as tall. His daughter is the tower over him and two stand right next to each other. When he turns to you, he smiles so broadly his eyes practically vanish amid Forget my daughter. She thinks helping her poor old father running an inn but is beneath her talents. Perhaps she is right. But don't tell her that. Innkeeper laughs until he has the tears in his eyes. I just wish that she would smile more. It's more, be more pleasant to our guests. First impressions are everything. Introduce yourself. Ah, a blacksmith, such a useful skill to have. I've sent the customers to you if their weapon they're facing in the waist. Yes. My name is shit. Nuku Kama Kamai. Master Pies, Lord of the Fine Ale, as you can see from my girth. Haha. By all means, yes, hang it over there by the entrance. You fix a poster to the wall, stepping back to admire it. Hopefully the steady ends patrons will take notice. Yes, I visited his forge around the time he vanished. I was looking for a commission on a new set of knives for the kitchen, but by the time I got there, Tenson was already gone. Only his poor wife was there, sobbing and asking if I knew where her husband was. I told her that she is being silly and sure Tennyson is fine. Or Tenson. What a fool I can be. The wife vanished too not long after that. Okay, so he didn't kill his wife. Interesting. So we were going off the story where he probably killed his wife, but like that proves otherwise because he found his wife alive. Okay. Yes, that's it. I just said. Newsmith now. Yes, right. All things right in the world. Okay, nice talking with you. Pleasure was mine. Come back soon. Leave the inn. As you step outside, a pleasant aroma of this jasmine, freshly baked pie crust, and swept aside by the sewer stench and the mass. Oh lord! The old man lurches by, coughing and retching. Up on the street, a watchman is beating up a beggar. Without looking back, I begin the long trudge back home. This morning finds Caswin, head and shoulders, shoved awkwardly up the chimney, scrubbing fervently. Scrub harder, Caswin! That's good enough. Assistant reply is muffled. There's still a little bit left. I can't reach. Song ends. What the? Pulls himself free of the chimney and nauseous soot floods the forge, making you both cough and sputter. When it clears, you can see Caswin's eyes wide and white and soot-covered face, clenching something in his hand. What you got there? Shows you what you found. An ugly iron box, crude made, welded shut around the lid, blackened by soot. Behind a loose brick. This must have belonged to the... yeah. That's old Tennyson. Wonder what he was hiding. After half an hour hammering the iron box open, we finally cracks open. A blackened journal drops out the thumb. Examine the book. You flip through. It's clear that Tennyson's fiber read through yeah. He was a practical man. Most days were merely lists of transactions. He seemed to use it both as a ledger and a journal. Occasionally make a note of the weather or an argument with his wife. At some point, he started making note of difficult commissions. He uses to write down the names of the clients or to go into detail of the request. So this a sort of great complexity. He struggles with the commission to take the page. You're reading. Today's the end of the diary. Towards the end of the diary, Tenson starts writing about his maternal troubles. Apparently, he and his wife Elias has been struggling to conceive for many years. In desperation, Tennyson went to an orphanage looking to adopt. Immediately took a shine to a boy named Muriel? But time came back, Muriel was vanished, and the Martins were evasive about what happened to him. Last page of the diary descended into frantic scribbling, and the furious Tennyson becomes obsessed with finding out what happened to Muriel. His blacksmithing falls sideways. His progress on his great project stops completely. His final entry is written in barely legible script, corrupted by the highest levels. He writes, I held him, he told me about his nightmares, trust me, and now he's gone. I will find him, I will know the truth. What does it say? Very vanished, he was a vacant, desperate orphan named Muriel. Tyson took the book from me and flips through the page himself. Sad and paranoid, yes, but I can't necessarily dismiss the ramblings altogether. I've heard rumors. Apparently orphans sometimes just go missing from the orphanage. Perhaps he found what he was looking for and it didn't go well for him. Hide sealed box. To me, it seems like he was trying to ensure that only fellow blacksmiths would find it. I'm not sure who was trying to hide it from. Tennyson found out where they were taking the orphans. Sounds like he discovered something dangerous. I'm going to visit the orphanage to see if I can find out what's going on. I'll look into it later. For now, I'll head back to work. Probably nothing. I'll just be careful. Okay. New location marked the orphanage. It's the orphanage. I need to get a hold of some wood. You locate the carpets at one timber yards. Sawmills have been constructed in the shadow of the city's walls here, teeming with workmen operating tearing cranes, hoisting in lumber from riverboats and anchored outside the city. Sheltering from the sun in the pavilion just outside the mill, he raises an eyebrow as you approach, spits out a wad of tobacco. Half the forests are dead, so ain't complaining about my prices. How bad is it? Not that bad. There you go. Goodbye, carpenter. They need to end this work, ropes creaking, and chains clattering. Okay, wait, so it's 2 per wood. Steel, it's 5 per. Ripped diamond, ooh. Plated grips. Goodbye, Ironmonger. Distracted from your work by the sound of giggling, look up and a hulking man hunched in your doorway, staring at you with an unnatural intensity. My name is Hendy. I need a sword. I can pay. Given his height and broad shoulders, a man's voice pitched incognitively high, his filth-sparked beard and a dirty nails gives the impression of a man whom hygiene is an alien concept. You sold for. The man cocks his head, stalking towards you and leaning over uncomfortably close. His breath reeks of the sewer. There's dust in the air, my friend. Dust which gets into your pores, makes you think things. The Masked King unleashes the dust in order to control our minds. He wants to build a castle from our bones. I wish I never asked. I'm surrounded by folk who is full of dust. I need to cut them apart. Ah, no, it's not worth it. When I look to the sky, Smith, I see channels of shifting dust cast over the city like a net, where all flies trapped in this web. Okay, no, I'm good. You can stay there. That guy's asking for a massacre. Good day. Okay. Saddle brown leather, one-handed regular point straight blade. Nothing else, just a regular ass sword. Okay. 150, hell yeah. On the long end of a one-handed sword, that's one thing we should be sure. I'll just make a sadly normal looking sword. Perfect. Let's see what the smooth one does. I'll do some smoothage. Okay. Ah. Oh. Okay, sweet. What are we gonna call this? Just generic blade number 4? Like, I don't know. It is quite a long short sword. Oh, one hand. Like, they're missing so many possible opportunities. Like, you could do like weapons like this. Then you could have like little knife requests. You could do a whole bunch of cool things. I don't know why. Maybe that's in the future. I don't know. I don't know, he just wants a good looking sword, so his sword. I don't know, just sword, I guess. I'm not too sure what to call it. Plotman smiles with contented seal of fine blade, yes. Whereas I'm doing with the new grips, that's cool. I don't know why the ironmonger sold me grips. Okay, same thing. My husband passed a few days ago. Need the blade to maintain. Yay, something different. Okay. It is the... I think this is the I don't know sword line. Why is it 2 cross sections? Need sharpness and balance. So then we'll take thickness. Broad point. I think this is the 6.0 of the I don't know sword. Sweet. Okay. End the day. Not bad. Okay, so we have the den. Yeah, we need to get our source of leather sorted. What the hell? In search of music and merriment, you decide to investigate the nearby tavern. As you walk in, it becomes apparent that the den is more than a tavern. It's a shrine to past glorious and future conquests. The taxidermied head of a colossal bear is mounted like a grim totem. Watching over the crowd, patrons drink beneath it as if it was an absence of the voices, and they found a new unspeaking deity. The bar clientele were men and women whose scars outnumbered their teeth. The timber columns are noticed with marks of prior brawls. The rough floors were scribed not quite well enough to remove the ancient stains of beer, and you suspect blood. Assess the clientele and the bare head. Do we pass? Hanging is a hideous moon over the main hall, the taxidermy head of a colossal bear, clearly unnatural in origin. Fanged, terrible horns branching from the misshapen skull. Misshapen skull, grasping for sealing knowledge. Failure. It can't be real, can it? Your eyes trace the stitching around its jaw. The face was once slashed in battle. You heard rumors of worse things roaming in the wastelands, but never caught such vivid evidence. You find her tucked away in the shadowy corner of the bar. She's still as a gargoyle, watching her surroundings with quick and paranoid eyes. As she has a hair like a bird's nest and dressed in filthy mud brown leather. Gaze at you and your certain madness in there. Caswin sent me, said you could supply good leather at a favorable rate. Oh, Caswin's alive. When he was gone from the tannery, I figured the boy had slipped and drowned in one of the piss vats. Poor mate. I like him. He's not going to last long with that one. Why do you say that? The world's ending, haven't you noticed? We're all just biding our time until the end. Everything will be consumed by ash. Caswin isn't a survivor. He will not make it that far. Perhaps we'll heal. I can see why you and Caswin get along. Peas in a pod, you are. The end approaches, Smith. I may be the last one. Last another decade if we're lucky. You're worryingly convincing. No, I'm not. Just the truth when you hear it. If all is lost, why bother hunting and selling hides? Why bother? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just like stupid. What are you hunting in the Broken Foot? A day's ride west is the Black Woods stretched along the hills. Once upon a time, it was known as Brithala Woods, as well as teeming with deer and small game. Now half of the trees are dead, and there's still wildlife to be found, sort of. Beasts as big as barns, with the tumors and poisons, or entire packs fused together by vile forces, turning into shambling, rotting heaps of dozens. Oh, good for leather, not much for eating. Fewer and fewer every month. Of course, soon they'll all be gone, and the woods will stand empty. Enough of the talk. We have a deal. New vendor, available from the hunters. Assess the clientele. The scarred ruffians at the bar are known as crows. Crows! Because, like crows, they're cunning scavengers pecking at the wounds of dying world. Warriors and wanderers, the crows venture outside of their own keep to work as sellswords and mad warlords, or plunder the wasteland in loot for bygone age. The den is where they drink and forget what they've seen. The crows make up the bulk of the den's customer base, but there are others. Man sitting in the corner, soft features and slight build marks him as an outsider. And by the hearth, a bard plucks his loot, and nearby table, a pair of off-duty guardsmen playing cards. Guards seem to have left their posts. They're still wearing most of their armor though. Their best plates lie discarded nearby, and the smell of stale sweat is overpowering. As you approach, they place their cards face up on the table. One of them grunts in dismay. Coins. They don't look as you approach. If you wish, you could stick into the shadows eavesdrop on the conversation. Join the game. Take a seat at the table. After swapping sidelong glances, the guards deal you in. Ever played Hand of Fate? No, I haven't. You'll figure it out. How much you betting? We'll do 10. A respectable bet. Boring. God reaches your bet. You're going to keep in the center. Okay. Where are your cards? Based on your experience, you estimate your hand is strength. Not promising, but neither terrible. Observe and study the god's reaction. Blank, he's strapping one foot excited. Failure. Bluff? Tell? I'm not sure. The lazy smile. Diplomacy? Failure. Check. Check, leaving a bet to follow suit. The game continues as more cards are drawn from the deck, lays on the table, finally comes to show your hand. Your breath catches in your throat as you lay cards face up on the table. A slender guard lays his cards onto you and curses as he realizes you've beaten him. Sturdy guard tosses his card down, shaking his head, reaches for his beer. You've beaten them both, you won the pot. Silently collect your winnings. Hell yeah! Well, I'll take his time to get home. My wife's probably wondering where I am. Praying to lost voices where stay longer. More like. The guard awkwardly gather up their armor and takes the way out. Yeah, I can't believe I won! You step onto the street, clamor the dense fades. You notice a drunk crow from earlier, the one who's arguing with the barkeep. He stumbled in the gutter, half conscious, with dried vomit plastered to his tunic. Harness, what has he done to you? Man mumbling, the crow glass-eyed with no focusing. Should I do it? To be honest, I don't want a group of people known to kill people for money to be on my bad side. So I think maybe not. You splash the crow's face with water from a nearby trough. He's slightly sobered, his eyes finally focus on you. Ah, who are you? I'm the new blacksmith in town. Come on, let's get you on your feet. Doesn't matter anymore. You're half support, half drag this huge man to a nearby inn. The man at the front desk promises you to keep safely in bed. Aha! Good deed done by your evening. You head back to your fort, wondering if the drunk crow will even remember you in the morning. I got like... Okay... Hooded man. A figure slips through your door silently as smoke. Hooded, drawn low, scarf wrapped high. Won the eyes... Yeah, I have more than enough stuff to do any of the requests. Half and half. Okay. I need this copied exactly. Why display particular? Doesn't matter. I'll pay you well. If I recreate this display, would you help if I need the reason? Success! Hooded man hesitates, his eyes flitting around the workshop and searching for an exit. Finally sighs. This is a blade that killed my son. Sketch from memory, not something you could easily forget. It was near 5 years ago. A crow, deep in her cups, thought her easy mark. I distracted the target. You see, my son picked their pocket. Just like, Well, the crow found the small hand in her pocket and took offense. Opened his throat. Oh god. Oh no. I'm sure you can imagine reasons. Business long enough, yeah. So you want to go after this crow with a replica. Let's just say she's back in Eren Keep after a long absence scavenging the wasteland. I don't intend the opportunity to pass me by. Anything else? Every detail matters. Must be exactly as I remember it. We get a boot. We get a boot. Okay. Beautiful. 30 is around the sweet spot for me. I like 30. We will add a rounded filler. Ah, okay, so I can make it white. Ah, okay. Offset. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That's a pretty wide sword I've gathered. It's pretty much everything I can think of. No, it's hilt. How does that reduce the stiffness? Please explain. Yeah. There is stiffness done. I need to make it a regular point again, because widening it mess with that. Now all I need to do is get the stiffness up. If I just like... Sweet. Revenger. How you spell, was that how you would spell Revenger? Let's see. Well, yeah, apparently. Okay, that's it. There's this weirdly big sword. Where holds up his dagger. What holds the dagger up to the light and shines. Takes a sob. It's exactly as I remember. He wraps the dagger carefully. This ain't a dagger. This is like 1.5-handed sword. Good hunting. Doesn't reply, just nods. Can't coin is the exact chain. Okay. The Revenger. I showed them the Revenger. Net profit. Okay, we will check out their home base outside in Lost City. Nickname the Lost City. Alright, yeah, we already been over this. Yeah. Approach the warriors' encampment. Drunken voices in the plucking of the lead strings carry through the dusty air. The Lost City warriors have stained cloaks covert around the blazing fire, yelling defiance and contemptuous stars above. But the armored sentries at the camp borders are dead sober. They let you through after patting you down for weapons. Okay, Yoggling beside the fire is a man with an eye patch and a mane of shaggy black hair. Plucking skillfully at a loot, 2 enormous dogs, or perhaps wolves, sleep at his feet. Despite his relaxed posture, he emits an air of immense menace. When he speaks, his voice is gravel and thunder. Bold of you to come here to meet us alone. I like boldness. Fear makes the world dull. Come here, sit by the fire, have a drink, and listen to my song. Grab a bottle and sit. The searing strength of the alcohol is enough to strip the flesh from your throat. The man with the lute grunts his approval. Gently set the bottle aside. No one seems to notice. That's good. The man fingers dance over his lute. The tune is unbearably melancholy. As he flickers the flickering firelight, his craggy features take on a monstrous cast. As he plays, the surrounding warriors raise their voices in a solemn, drunken song. They sing as a hard journey in a distant land of a vast serpent whose coils strangle the ferment of a lover who left behind buried in ash. As the tune dies, the dogs, or perhaps wolves, raise their head and howl. The eye-patch man raises his head with them and adds a howl to the chorus, then grins within your direction. You like that? I did. Wrote it myself. He flicks a hand in lazy greetings. My name is Silas Kiring. These are my bloody coats. The hardest band of bastards and blackguards you'd ever seen, unfortunate enough you'd meet. Who might you be to come wander into the Black Cloak's camp? Aren't yourself a swordsmith of Eren Keep? I raises an eyebrow. Most folk who live in the keep stay there for life. He claims like clams in their shell. Maybe the more adventurous ones will take a drink at the den, but not even leave the protection of their king's barrier to come peek at the dust of those crows. Interesting that you always need a good swordsmith. Why don't you stay a while? Are those dogs or wolves? A bit of both, I reckon. They've got a wolf wildness to them, but their dogs lack. But a dog lacks of sense. Wolves are a part. To run from fair fight, beast will attack a dragon if you tell them to. As he agrees at this point, one of the beasts lifts the scarred muzzle and shows the teeth in a silent snarl. What brings you to the lasso? What else? Work to be done. Taps his nose, dark gleaming in his eye. Blood in the breeze, violence brews in Eren Keep. Can you smell it? Rich pickings for the likes of us, I reckon. Don't ask how I can tell. His nose, the nose knows I goes where it goes. Okay, well, good chat. You leave the warriors and their fire songs. The sound of Sola's lute fades into the night. Though the wolves' howls carry further, and the sentries watch you go. Hands on their weapons for the last. Search the ruins for valuables. Head back to your forge. Yeah, we don't want to be here anymore. Hurry back. How can I see what, like, missions do I have? Young Crow swaggers in, covered in filth and scars. First time in Eren Keep, and I was told you were the one to go to. Nice here in civilization, ain't it? Nice and soft, like pig's belly. Need something that make these soft city folk piss themselves sharp enough to gut them. What do you want with this? 3 sharpness, 1 mobility, 2 impact, 1 stiffness, 1-handed broad point. Guys are insane. Does that reduce the sharpness? If weight's an issue, I can shrink the blade a bit. Let me finish off the hilt really quick. One-handed hilt. Ugh, shit. The fact this needs weight is kind of a pain in the ass. I could just keep like lowering the blades. Maybe. It feels quite weird though. No, it must be broader. Come on. I don't know. I know, this was going to be called the pig sticker. If those who watched, if those who've watched the Wicked, No Rest for the Wicked, you'll know that one. Kind of, yeah. Snatches the blade and immediately makes a few savage practice cuts through the air. The city might full of monk bloods. Oh, but at least you know how to forge a proper blade. Not many weapons like this left in the world outside the walls. Despite the imposing size, the orphanage has a welcoming air. Its gates are thrown open and the laughter of children spill into the street. Colorful clothes hang from washing lines that cross-dress the courtyard. The perfume smells of soap and detergent mingle in the air. Most of the orphans don't pay you any mind, with the exception of a young girl who sits in the outer wall kicking her legs and watching you with curious eyes. A beggar huddled outside the wall, palm raised, and the only other adult that seemed the middle-aged woman whose careworn face, seeing you, bustles over. King's grace with you. Welcome to the orphanage, where we take care of the little fledglings without a nest. What brings you here? Are you interested in our laundry service, or do you like to drop? Laundry service. Drop off your soiled clothes in the morning and we'll have them sparkling clean by the afternoon. Do you use the orphans there? Honestly, honest work keeps them out of trouble. Do you pay them? Aye, we pay them with food and board. Thanks for clarifying. No trouble. I heard orphans go missing sometimes. Do you know anything about that? She goes very still, very silent for a moment. She looks like some weather-beaten statue that stood upon the owen for eons, a helpless witness to man's misdeeds. When she lifts an eye to meet yours, her smile has edges sorrow to it. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you excuse me, I must be off. Still got plenty of work to get done. She bustles off, little defeated. Put up a poster. Stick a poster on the brick wall outside the orphanage. It's not a well-trafficked area, but its popularity is good publicity. The beggar watches with interest, gnawing at a stick of moldy bread. Talk to the orphan on the wall. Girl hops down, lands in a perfect pose. She grins up at you, a wild gleam in her eyes. New as a green pea, ain't ya? Excuse me? I'm saying, you've never been in the city long. She laughs and leans back against the wall, hands shut into her pockets. Finesse. Success! You've noticed she has a dagger, half concealed with a hidden sheath under her armpit. Decent gossip by the looks of it. Okay. Established citizens don't like to stay near the orphanage if you can't help it. They want their garments washed, they leave the bundle at the gate. People think this place is accursed. Why was that? Because of all the children that go missing. Oh, did Mother Winkle tell you about that? No matter of fact, no. It's true. Every month one's gone. Every month one's gone. Vanished like they've never existed. She glances away from you, momentarily self-conscious. Not that you have any reason to care, but I'm Astrid, another orphan, that's me. There's another orphan, that's me. If I go missing, will you remember my name? She smiles up at you shyly. I reckon they chop us up and sell us to meet the market. The city is running out of food after all. Everyone knows the Masked King's trying to make good foes used to the taste of human flesh before the larders are empty and the real fun begins. Probably be me next, I expect. Oh well, what can you do? Not like anyone cares about a waste-born orphan. Whoa. Okay, tell me everything you know. She looks up at you. For the first time, her mask of bravado slips. She's something genuine of a smile. Thank you. In truth, I was expecting you to give me the cold shoulder. I don't know how much more I've already said, but if you want answers, ask somebody else. They won't talk to me, but they will talk to you. If you find anything, come right back here. Until I'm not. She jumps back onto the wall with one swift movement and dashes down for the entire length before vaulting into the shadows of an alleyway. She's gone as quick as a cat moves after a mouse. There's a strange twinkle in his eye, like he's thinking of some private joke. Spare a tackler for the poor soul. His voice is hoarse croak. The voice of an old man, upon whom the years have fallen like hammer blows. Here's 10. Go buy yourself a meal. Baker races. I'm gonna give him 10. Shit. Oh, I did click 10. The beggar raises his eyebrows. He plucks a single coin from a handful of offering and closes your fingers around the rest. You're too generous, Sana. Really, keep it. Give it to the next beggar instead. His voice has changed totally. His voice is a healthy man, brass and mirth. Look closely at the beggar. Showed voice swiftness to the movement, the gleam in his eyes. This man's no beggar. You stroke your life on it. Are you really a beggar? At a question, his demeanor shifts. The sharp intelligence in his eyes cloud over. His shoulders hunch and he shrinks into... Odd beggar. Beggar? Oh, yes, indeed. Just poor unfortunate seeking the kindness of better folk than myself. His voice is once again creaking like an ancient door, but his eyes glint a surprised smile. Apparently orphans go missing. See anything suspicious? Funny thing about the orphans, they got no one watching over them, no one to notice if they've vanished. And now, here you come, out of the woodwork, poking and prodding and asking your questions. Do you think you're the first to do this, Reward? I think you're will anything other than a dagger in the gut. You're better off leaving well alone. Sana, don't get down this road. Why don't you try putting your neck on the line for some penniless runs anyway? What's your sudden intensity waiting for your answer? The world got a lot worse off when I was a kid. It'd be nice to make things better. Beggar weighs your answer for a moment, then lean back. Well, you would, I know. I'm just a beggar. Do as you like, Sana. He stands up, revealing himself as a far taller and broader than shoulders first appeared. He makes his way down the street without another word. As you exit through the orphanage's gate, you feel a prickle in the back of your neck. Glance, you see Mother Rickle staring after you, her thick arms folded. Something of her flat gaze sends a chill down your spine. Suspicious. Did you hear? There's a murder last night. The den. Someone stuck a crow who was too drunk to defend herself. So it's right ear to ear. I was wondering, you know, that was our hooded friend, the fellow out for revenge. If so, I hope it gave him some measure peace. And look faintly queasy. When we forge these blades, do you put much effort into crafting into our art, or sometimes I forget the ultimate purpose is to spill blood? Yep, sadly that's the point of a bladesmith. You break things to kill people. Young man serves up the anvil, glancing around nervously and picking a half-healed scar. This guy. Oh, the Sabetana is back. I think 6.0? I think we had Sabetana 6.0. Yes. No problemo. Okay, that's my work for the day. Let's go see how she's doing. Outside the walls of Eren Keep, desperate souls gather. Oh yeah, that same. Seek out Chev. Sitting outside the tent, pale and gaunt as ever. As you approach, she stifles a cough. Spotting your hesitation, she smiles sadly. Ah, I know what you're thinking. She's got a melody that spreads around camp. Truth is, I know. But I'm sure it don't feel right. You better stand upwind just in case. Have you made the sword yet? There's whispers around the camp where the folks go missing at night. Feel better at the blade by my side. Offer some food. You brought some bread and cheese. Not much after all. Rations is still enforcing within the city limits, but still a feast by the camp standards. When you offer it to her, Sev falls upon it in savage determination. Only after it's gone, she picks individual crumbs off her clothes and does... She speaks. Sorry if the table manners offend. You know what it's like, idea. Sorry, still working on your blade. Please hurry. Okay. Yes. Now can I actually make her sword now? I want to do that. I can't make her sword. Her sword isn't an option for me to make, and it's annoying me slightly because I want to make it. It's just my aunt, everything alright? Nope, just does all the same thing. Locust Huntress, ooh. Lucas strolls to the workshop, glancing around the curious eye with a broad smile. Walks over to you. by the dead, this thing is heavy. Maybe it's been too long since I last lifted heavier than an ale mug. Tidings, Lucas. Tidings, alas. Mere social visit. Blade from... Ah, okay, I must make it for him and then he'll give it. Okay. Short, sharp, concealable. Good. Very short, yeah. Tweak that's already. Okay. Ah, okay. I want to make her sword a bit longer. Maybe I can delete that. I'm gonna redo that because that point looked kind of crap. There you go. That looks a lot nicer. And then I like it. Is there an E like safety? Okay. Looks mighty fine, I dare say. Once the blade is done, you send a messenger to fetch Lucas. He arrives at your fort within the hour. Let's see, it's Smith. Let's hope the blade is worthy of my niece. He shows up with the light, grab at his chin thoughtfully, twist it in a way, and that, when he smiles brutally. Tell you the truth, Smith, I know nothing about blades, nothing at all, but this one looks fine to me. I'll arrange your payment. Every penny well earned. Are you going to take it to Sev? Afraid not. That's your job. I'll do it, but I'm still busy trying to call in favors on her behalf. Tell you the truth, the campus discomforts me. Give her my love. Hopefully some cold steel will keep her safe from the camp's dangers while I arrange her rescue. Judging by the gleam in his eye, the crook in his grin, the man as dull as dark designs. I'm a practical fella, Smith. I pray with practical needs. I need a sword, plain and simple, sharp. Well, you seem sketch. Doesn't say anything about it being straight. You know what we're doing. We're gonna make the most weird looking sword on the planet Earth. Yeah, make the thing as short as possible. There. Yep. Sword, right? Normal looking sword, but literally as wide as I can physically make it. Thinnest, widest sword available on the market. Beautiful. And curve it on top of it. Beautiful. I haven't sharpened it yet. Okay, let me just quickly finish up the sword and then I will add all the things. Beautiful crossguard. Okay, cool. Meets all the requirements. Keep curving. Not sure if the crossguard does much. What you talking about? Look how useful that thing looks. Okay, wait. Dastardly idea, right? We increase the blade's length. Beautiful. It's literally unusable. Right. Okay, sweet. So I always doubt my spelling. I don't know why, because like, it's good. Beautiful. Look at that. For a practical man. The rogue runs his filth-blackened fingers up and down the blade, whistling an image in a very practical blade indeed. Oh no! Oh no! Oh shit, that's funny as hell. He's not wrong, it's more useful as a frying pan. Yeah, fair. I wish I could have made her a blade a lot sooner, even while I was in here. Well, yes. Seek out Sev. Sitting in her tent, pale and gaunt. Have you made the sword yet? First, give her food. Bread and cheese. Yes, yes. No furries. Here's your sword. Smiles, she attempts a few experimental jabs in the air. Now, if anyone comes after me in the night, I can give them something to think about. By the way, has Lucas found a way to the Yemeni city? I'm not sure. Well, maybe he has. If he's made any progress, it's torture being stuck out here, not knowing that the end's in sight. How's life in the camp? Oh, as you expect. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna throw it in. I'm not going to rub it in. Ooh. If an expensive silks didn't give it away. Plump belly, yes, same jazz. 4 regular points, 4 engravings. Oh, I've not messed with engravings yet. 2-handed. Okay, crimson, got it. Interesting. Okay, this guy's gonna get a normal looking sword because I want to mess around with the engravings. I'll do 40 there. Taper width. Nice. But I had the engravings over here. No, I think I added in the hilt mode. How do I engrave? End caps, grips, pin, engravings, yeah. If you guys can guess what I'm engraving, 10 points to Gryffindor. That looks so rough. Yeah, 10 points, Alex. Okay. Oh. Oh, next VaporousOrc. Yes, I'm doing it. Yeah. But you know what I'm gonna do? Next guy. How much does this cost? Okay, it doesn't affect the price, at least for a couple. I'm going to literally make the next creepy guy that walks into my store a normal looking sword, but cover the handle filled with like little daggers and shit. So it like hurts them more than it hurts people they hurt, you know? No need crimson. Sweet. Where can I get green leather in BladeSong? That doesn't really help. Okay, I'm just keeping an eye out for something that gives green leather. That looks so... Like, if the P looked nicer, I think. Wait, let's see what other... Let's redo the P. There. To be honest, that looks a bit nicer than like the weird lowercase looking P look we had. So from afar that looks nice, but up close it kind of looks a bit crap. So don't look too close. VaporousOrc. Ah, you see, Alex, I'm taking your name and putting it, taking your idea and putting it. The Vaporous and S to start it, and end Vaporous is now the sword. The Vaporous sword. Like, it doesn't look too bad. Level 9. Ah! You need to unlock the skill. Okay, polishing. I want to be able to polish my blades. You. 3 stiffness, 1-handed regular. Okay, sweet. You're gonna get a nice polished blade, dear sir. I'll make it a bit thicker than my average sword. Yeah. There's the blade done. Oh, now I can actually polish. It's under the blade now. Polish. Oh yeah. And you're getting complimentary leather. What would look nice with this? Like a nice black leather? Yes. Polished blade. Thanks, man. Stop by shop sometime. I'll save you some. Oh, it's to the barber. Ah, oh no, it was a butcher. Just good cuts. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh, the ability to polish the sword just makes them look that much better. Like, if anyone says a polished sword doesn't look nice, there is something wrong with them. Okay. We'll go to the wood. I'm gonna go to the huntress next, right? Rise and Shine Volume 2. Thank you. Goodbye. Next huntress. I feel like she should give me green leather, right? Oh. No, I don't want to see missing orphans. I want leather. Okay. More, but I reckon what's worth saying. Go and tell me the goodness of your heart. Sighs and shakes her head. But what doesn't work? I have room for goodness anymore. Smith, come back when you have something to perk my ears. Okay, forget it. I didn't even realize that's where the leathers are. Okay, well I'm poor now. Okay. Silver. I can't afford silver right now. A 3-speed, 2 mobility, 1 impact longsword. Yeah. Oh, what mode is this? Why did you take me back here? Damn it! Longer handle further. Okay, wait. So before I freak out about everything, let's just finish making this. No, no curves. Yes. So shiny, you can see my hammer in the reflection. Oh, sweet. We get all these things now. Swords from the east, swords from the east, swords from the east. Hell yeah. Nah, it just looks weird. Stop doing that. Oh, look at all these options. We got hexagonal. We'll do a hexagonal one, I think. Do you think making it shorter would help? No problem. Everything, thanks. Polish level. Okay, I just need to fix the point now. Ah, feels like home having green leather. It's worth being poor. Green longsword. That one just getting just green longsword. Logo takes his new blade, look of childish delight. He weighs it in his hand, spins it in his grip, and then finally slams it into the sheath with a floosh. A perfect blade, better than even old Tennyson couldn't even make. I definitely coming back again. Strolls out with the street, blade clinking. Yeah. Beautiful. Look at that smooth, polished look. Just brings it together. Oh, final thing to end the day. I don't know sword. Running into the issue where it just barely, it actually is 1 of 1, but unmet requirements, my ass. like 7.0. No problemo. Okay. Let's see how Lucas is doing. Oh, Lucas, yeah. Lucas sits outside the fallen doe, deep in conversation with a richly dressed, waves him aside. Can I help you, my friend? Figured out a way to save. Tried calling in favors, but master's orders are strict. No one's allowed in to Eren Keep without a worker's permit. And to issue a worker's permit, you need to either be goods to trade, or valuable skill to adapt, or an abrupt aptitude for violence, none of which applies to Sylvia. So what next? We're left with only one option, my friend. First, can I trust you? Of course, good. I'm going to contact the Moth. She's the ringleader of a smuggling band who can get almost anything across the wall. Contraband, yes, but also people. She's a dangerous woman, but she follows the glint of gold. I'm willing to put down a lot of coin to rescue my niece, but I can't risk meeting her alone. Can you accompany me? I'll back you up. Magnificent. I knew you were strong heart under that smith's apron. Give me some time to arrange a meeting with her. She's not exactly easy to get a hold of, so I'll need to lean on some of my less reputable contacts. Tosses a coin on the table, surely enough to pay his tab, and then some. Before striding into the inn, whistling to himself. Okay. New day dawns. So, everyone, I'm gonna call this blacksmithing fun for... I muted myself, wrong thing. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, this is our blacksmithing fun for the day. Hope you all enjoyed it just as much as I have. We made some super lovely looking swords, some super wonky looking swords, and everything in between. So, everyone, if you're new here or find yourself returning regular, please consider like and subbing and sharing the channel. Helps it out massively. Current goal is 900. Thank you all for the 811. You're all insane. In the good way, always. So yeah. Now, without further ado, as I say every time without fail, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, and afternoon. Vape out.